Hi, I'm Alessandra Lake. It's Founders Week at Mount Edgecombe High School. Welcome to the Cutting Edge News. Our first story is about scientific collaboration here and across the bridge.
Hi, my name is Lily Hood and I'm a junior at Sitka High School.
I'm Esther Kennedy. I'm the environmental specialist at the Sitka tribe.
My name is Muriel Reed and I'm a junior at Mount Edgecombe.
Recently, Muriel and I created a poster which we presented at the Alaska Marine Science Symposium.
Our research was enabled by the Sitka Sound Science Center and funded by the Alaska Marine Conservation Council.
I provided technical support and mentorship with the Sitka Tribe of Alaska along with colleague Lauren Bell at the Sitka Sound Science Center.
Our poster was about calcium carbonate variability in nearshore waters.
This relates to acidification in our waters and shell making.
We started our project last summer at the end of June, which entailed taking water samples from 2 different sites for 6 weeks.
After we had started sampling, we sent all of our collected water samples to the STA lab to get tested.
I was really happy to run their samples and I ran them on the Sitka tribe's percolator. After we got results, Lauren Bell and I sat down with the 2 of them and gave them their numbers, and from there they really took it away and sort of did most of the interpretation themselves.
Yeah, and then after that we created an abstract which we sent to the Alaska Marine Science Symposium, and then later in November we got a notice saying that we were accepted and we could create a poster. So
we worked for about a little under a month on our poster, and before that putting together our data to present at the Alaska Marine Science Symposium in the 3rd week of January this year.
They were also able to collect another set of samples in December, so it was really cool to see how things changed from summer to winter. So during the Marine Science Symposium, there was a student poster presentation, and we actually thought that presentation, or the student poster presentation contest, we actually thought that contest would be canceled, but sort of unbeknownst to all of us, it still happened, and Muriel and Lily's poster won.
Congratulations to Lily and Muriel. Well done. Next up is my story on the 14th Amendment and the 9th Circuit Contest. The 2018 9th Circuit Civics Contest is an opportunity for teenagers in Alaska to compete for cash rewards of up to $1,000. The question that competitors will be asked to answer is, 150 years after the ratification of the 14th Amendment, what does equal protection mean to students? The contest has 2 components. Either individual students can express their thoughts and ideas in an essay of 500 to 1,000 words, or individual students or teams of up to 3 students can submit a 3 to 5 minute video on the theme. Entries will be accepted beginning February 1st, 2018, with a deadline for entries on April 1st, 2018. Local winners will be announced in May 2018, and those finalists will move on to compete in the Regional 9th Circuit Contest, which offers additional cash rewards. I encourage those students interested in the contest to stop by Mr. Fitz's room for more information. Next up, Ms. Clark's Health and Wellness class had some information for us about food rules.
In Health and Wellness, we are looking at this book called Food Rules by Michael Pollan. We're looking at rules like, if it came from a plant, eat it. If it was made in a plant, don't. Just means that if it's healthier to eat something that grows wildly in a plant like a factory, it's more unhealthy. So it's just like trying to tell you how to have a healthy lifestyle, you know?
Then we're going to make our own for like Edgecombe. We're just gonna make our own and advertise them.
This is my food rule. It's eat food that's made by human hands, because food that is made in factories is usually pumped full of additives and sugars and fats that are really not good for your health.
Food quality over food quantity.
What we mean by this is
If you eat more high quality foods like salmon or steak or chicken, avocados, you get all the protein, the healthy fats, the fiber that will make you feel full quicker, which could prevent overeating. Rather than eating low quality foods, they generally don't have all the minerals and the fibers that you need to be healthy.
Food rule number 13, eat foods that'll eventually rot. Foods that actually grow naturally will eventually rot, which means that they are alive and not really processed.
If it came from a plant, eat it. If it was made in a plant, don't.
This is a factory where how processed foods are made. These are not grown vegetables which are good for you.
Rule number 2, most of the food that your great-grandmother wouldn't recognize most likely processed and not good for your health. Food rule number 6, avoid food more than 5 ingredients. Foods with more than 5 ingredients have more highly processed.
Foods on TV are bad for me. Foods that are on TV are usually processed more than regular foods.
To learn more common sense food rules, check out the health and wellness posters in the Science Wing hallway. Or pick up Michael Paulo's cool little book called Food Rules. Yum!
That was delicious and nutritious. Hey!
3.
Friday, February 16th is Elizabeth Peratrovich Day. Anna has the story.
This Friday, February 16th, we will be at a parade celebrating Elizabeth Peratrovich Day. Why do we in Alaska celebrate this day so fondly? We celebrate this day because Elizabeth Peratrovich was a civil rights activist whose advocacy helped pass the Alaska Territory Anti-Discrimination Act of 1945. When Elizabeth and her husband Roy first moved to Juneau in 1941, they found signs in front of businesses advertised, "We cater to white trade only," and "No dogs or Indians allowed." Elizabeth was the last to testify before the Territorial Senate voted on the bill in 1945. According to the legislative custom at the time, an opportunity was offered to anyone present who wished to speak on the bill. Elizabeth Peratrovich was the final speaker. After the long speeches and logical arguments were over, Elizabeth rose to tell the truth about prejudice. "I would not have expected," she said, "that I, who am barely out of savagery, would have to remind gentlemen with 5,000 years of recorded civilization behind them of our Bill of Rights." She was a hero to the Tlingit as well as other Alaska Natives. Alaska was the first state in the U.S. to outlaw racial discrimination because of Elizabeth Peratrovich.
Our last story is Seussical the musical. Let's find out more.
Seussical is a completely new Dr. Seuss story that's based on about a dozen of his original stories. And it takes the stories of Horton Hears a Who, and Horton Hatches an Egg, and Green Eggs and Ham, and several others, and it puts them all together to create this new story. Mainly following Horton the Elephant and Jojo the Who as they struggle to be accepted within their own communities and find friendship and love. Hello, my name is Zeke Blackwell. I'm the director of the Young Performers Theater program here at the Sitka Fine Arts Camp. We are putting on Seussical the musical. This is our 5th musical and our 12th show for the program. We have 70 kids in the show and 10 kids on our tech crew, making this the biggest show we've ever done. We have 2 different casts, 4 different shows. The Green Eggs cast is performing Friday, February 16th at 7 p.m. and Saturday, February 17th at 2 p.m. And the Ham cast is performing Saturday, February 17th at 7 p.m. and Sunday, February 18th at 2 p.m. We have a handful of Edgecombe students involved in this show, and we could have more if you come audition for 1X.
I'm gonna go to the Seussical. You should too. Ask the dorms for more information.
Stay tuned to the cutting edge.